Afternoon, everyone. Thank you for taking the time to join the webinar today. I'm Lewis. I'm a project manager here at Vanilla IP. So during the next half an hour or so, I'm going to take you through Uboss and will hopefully demonstrate how Uboss is helping partners to effectively invoice their customers with minimal overheads regarding time and also headcount in a billing department. If there are any questions, please ask them in the question box on the right hand side, and I'll take questions at the end. So Uboss is truly cloud-based, capable of billing in a multi-tenant environment, and you can replace your existing billing system with Uboss and benefit from the additional revenue generated from the resale of billing platform as a service to your own clients. These clients could be other resellers or billing businesses sitting in a serviced office environment who may want to deploy services to other tenants within the business centre. And Uboss is also capable of billing any service and call type, ranging from GSM mobile to CPS, taking away the day-to-day use of multiple systems. So, credit lock-in. Uboss offers credit lock-in free of charge. And for those of you who don't know, credit lock-in typically protects you against toll fraud. More specifically, dial-through fraud is one of the biggest risks facing businesses operating in the VoIP environment or for any end-user organisations with IP-enabled PBXs. We have realised that our success depends more on minimising the actual risk by providing credit lock-in free of charge, and it is deployed automatically when a business is created. So when you set up a business, you choose a business credit limit and a user credit limit, and this can also be changed at a later date. Usually the limit for users is typically around sort of £15 and a business is £50. Uboss minimises the risk of a business becoming a victim of dial-through fraud by automatically credit locking both business and client, so end user extensions, when the daily credit limits are exceeded. Not only does Uboss credit lock the client, it will automatically cut off any sort of active live calls. And again, just reiterating, there's two types. So there's a business level, which is typically used by your accounts department to help with any slow payers. And you've got the user level, which is where most of the attempted toll fraud happens. Email alerts are generally sent when the business is approaching 80% of their credit limit. Now this applies to both business and user. And you can opt to email the customer, but as a service provider you will automatically receive a notification when a business or user is approaching the limit. So one of the biggest driving factors for growth in the hosted telephony industry is the requirement for customers to completely be able to self-serve. This consists of adding new users or ordering handsets, adding chargeable features and functionality. For other service providers within our industry, this has caused a few complications. So firstly, to be able to offer the functionality, and secondly, to charge for that functionality. There's a strong desire to give customers one bill for all of their services. So historically, if a customer leaves or the customer services team accidentally removes a service without necessarily knowing that that particular service was in contract, there is a risk of losing revenue. Well, not anymore. So Uboss will charge your customer for the remaining contractual period on the next generated invoice. This eliminates all risk and requires no manual intervention, as the commercial management aspect is set once only, and that's when the service is created. Customers can log into Uboss, choose which features that they want to add from a menu, which also will show the cost of the feature, so if it's voicemail or Unity, and also the contract duration. So if an end user logs into Uboss, assigns a service, it will also show what the contract period is for that service. And the same logic is given to any services that a customer may want to log on and remove. So they'll be notified that the service is in contract and will be given a choice whether they want to continue on with that service and pay the rental as usual, i.e. they've changed their mind, or continue using it. You can also set a credit limit for the value of hardware ordered at business level, so customers can log on, order hardware, and Uboss will fulfill that order. Service providers generally want to be able to offer the same services at different prices without any manual intervention from the accounts team. So Uboss offers multiple tariff creation. For example, you can have an economy tariff, a mid-market, and a corporate tariff. And the same principle applies to add and hosted and third-party services. And services cannot be consumed, so there's no risk without you entering a price. And the same logic is applied throughout the different levels of Uboss. As I said before, a business won't be able to order any hardware if a rate hasn't been entered against a device. Thresholds on Uboss are particularly useful when agreeing a specific amount of business over a period of time. For example, if a customer connects with 100 seats, they pay £8.95 a seat, but have asked for a discount as they're due to connect an additional 100 seats. You agree. So when the customer connects those additional 100 seats, you agree that you're going to offer those at a reduced rate of £7.95. That's all easily manageable at customer level within Uboss. So Uboss rates calls within real time. This is all very easy to enter, so rates can be entered in a spreadsheet and then imported back into Uboss. We encourage the combined use of a percentage uplift and entering specific rates. So you might want to uplift all calls by 50%, but enter a specific rate for UK, local, national calls and mobile. When a customer logs into the portal, they've got the option of downloading their sales tariff. Now, just as an additional point on that, they do have the option of putting an email address in, or you have an option of putting an email address in. So when they're thinking of leaving or looking for an account review, you'll get notified that they're looking at their sales tariff. If a service provider hasn't chosen to uplift any rates at all, or to uplift rates within the Uboss tariff table, the rate will be shown to the customer as the uplifted percentage rate. So you choose to uplift calls to the USA by 50%, that customer will log into Uboss, download their tariff and see the price after the 50% has been applied. Uboss will also let you know about any minus rated calls by email, and there's also a separate report that you could run just as a genuine check before you send out your bills to see if there's been any minus rated calls within that period. And we also support full automatic CDR collection from other suppliers such as CPS, mobile, GSM, hosted CDRs, and Uboss will rate those calls. So they'll rate the mobile calls, and more importantly, the customer will be able to see those in the call log within Uboss, which I will show you later. So you can have multiple invoice profiles, so you could bill under different brands. You can also add supported documentation, some marketing material, terms and conditions, any special promotions that you're advertising at the time, and create a truly white label invoice. Now, you don't have to wait for CDR files from other providers, as Uboss can collect these throughout the month, ready for month end. You can also have multiple report profiles, giving you full control and choice in terms of reports you'd like to include on a customer invoice. Some customers might require a great amount of data than the standard sort of traditional customer, so that gives you flexibility there. And we understand the need to occasionally run a dummy invoice, and this is very easy within the portal, so you can mark invoices as private, check the bill if necessary, make any corrections, and then send the invoice out. Full profit and loss is available within the Uboss, so all hosted services are readily available in the P&L report. You can set your buy price against your third-party services, so you can get a true, accurate understanding of the P&L situation. And variable invoicing is readily available and probably widely used as well. For services that need to be invoiced at a variable period, so you might have a lease line that's billed quarterly. And also, once the invoice has been ran, so you've completed the invoice run, Uboss offers a full accounts journal export with detailed nominal codes. So we offer free So we've got the reporting options now. And these reporting options, there's loads of reports here, and quite frankly I could talk about them all day, but luckily I'm not going to. So there's the profit and loss report, so we've already established profit and loss, but the reports up here, feel free to screenshot and take away with you. Now I'm just going to take you through the call logger. If I just minimize this. So this is the call logger on screen here. So from the on screen you can see that it's multiple parameters, so you can search by time, date, but more importantly the call logger will also include any hosted CDRs from third party, any mobile. That will all be available here for download. And just as a couple of points on this, so you've got the duration, all of these fields, so the call, date, time, site, from, to, these can all be customizable. You can filter these by clicking on them, but there's also an option here, so you can click on that and say that you'd like to include the call charge or any access charges within your search criteria. Just going to go back here now. So Uboss, with Uboss, we've got a free 12 months Uboss Billing calls and services. So any free, we offer free Uboss Billing on calls and services for 12 months. It's available to any new partners. For the existing partners, please contact your channel manager for further details. And we've got a dedicated project manager to assist with the migration. Now, we also offer a free fraud guarantee in conjunction with this, so it's only available for customers on the new pricing. Full terms and conditions will be available in contract. Now, if you are interested in this, there are a couple of slides and documentation, so please do contact us afterwards. We've got an accredited employee, so we're currently in the process of launching a distance learning module, which will be released in the next month. But for now, employees of channel providers or service providers who have attended previous billing courses, you're automatically covered, but do check the terms just to be sure. Vanilla IP will cover the cost basically under the fraud guarantee of fraudulent calls provided by the service provider, provided you've met the terms in your contract, and it basically covers the user credit limit multiplied by three times, or £50, or whichever amount is greater. There's also in-flight call rating. So more importantly, and most importantly, there's a 15-minute call rating within Uboss, which will auto cut off once the customer reaches that limit. So they're on a call, they've exceeded their 15 minutes, Uboss will terminate that call, which comes in line with the free fraud guarantee. There are any questions? Charlotte, have we got any questions?
Let me just check. No, you're all good.
Oh, all good. Any questions? Obviously the slides and these will be posted on YouTube, but there's our contact number. Just ping us an email or give us a call and we'll go from there. Thanks for watching. Was it alright?